discuss the portion of first module for the subject Circuit and Network Theory. Today's topic is BH curve. On discussing BH curve, we will see what is hysteresis loop. So in this topic, we will discuss both BH curve and hysteresis loop. So let us see what is BH curve. BH curve, it shows the relationship between flux density and flux intensity. What is flux density? You know that flux density is flux per unit area. And what is flux intensity? Flux intensity is mmf by length of the magnetic material, that is Ni by L. So in this study we will see what is the relationship between B with H. Okay. As you see, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. When we have discussed the different terms used in magnetic circuit, on that we see B is equal to mu H. Okay. B is equal to mu H. This is equation number 3. So here it is very clear that flux density is directly proportional to H, and H is proportional to I. From equation number 2, it is very clear that flux intensity is proportional to the current, because number of turns and length of the magnetic material, these parameters are constant. So here we get that flux density is directly proportional to H, which are directly proportional to current of the circuit. Clear? So this flux density, it depends upon the flux intensity. What is flux density? Flux density means how many number of magnetic lines of forces are present in a unit area, and flux intensity, it means how much forces they are impinges on the nearer material to attract it towards the magnet. Or you may say that the magnetic material which are present in the unit area, it have how much of strength to attract the nearby magnetic material or iron pieces towards each. So in another sense, you say that magnetic density and flux intensity, they are proportional to, in this sense, they are proportional to each other. So as flux density depends on, it depends on flux intensity, so you take intensity in x-axis, and in y-axis you take flux density. Here, for deriving the relationship between B and H through a graph, we take an example of a solenoid consists of n number of turns. Suppose this is a solenoid. I raise this portion. I take a solenoid and it consists of n number of turns. Here n numbers of wears are wound. Okay. And I give a supply in this solenoid. So current I is flowing. Suppose this is the positive terminal. Okay. This is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. So current I is flowing through this solenoid. As H is directly proportional to I, when current increases, H increases. When H increases, flux density also increases. So during this direction, means when current increases, flux density increases with respect to flux intensity. So your graph becomes like this. So after some time you get a saturation of the curve. It means up to, let this point is O, this point is A. Up to A to A, O to A, when flux intensity increases, flux density also increases. Up to this range, it is increases little bit slowly. After that, it is rapidly increases. Okay, and up to a point, even though you increases flux intensity, density of the magnetic material, it doesn't increases and it gets saturated. Okay, it's get saturated. So here we are not studying the saturation curve. This one we do not study. Actually this up to this study is called as the BH curve. Okay, this study is called as the BH curve. Next we see what is hysteresis loop. Now if you decrease the current, this curve is known as BH curve. Now if you decrease the current, first here in the first step we increase the current, and see that when current increases, H also increases and simultaneously B also increases up to this saturation point. After, even though you increase the flux intensity, density never increases, it becomes saturates. Then if you decrease on the next step, second step, if you decrease this current, then flux intensity, it decreases. And what is its effect on the flux density? Let's see here. If you decrease the current, intensity decreases, but flux density, it never follow the same path where it increases. It decreases in this way. In this way it decreases. Let this point is B. It is due to, even if you decrease the current, even there is a presence of some flux which carries magnetic flux density, because you know that flux density, it is directly proportional with the flux. So even though if you decrease this current, some flux is present on the material which having flux density, and this one is called as residual magnetism. Clear? This one is known as residual magnetism, and this property of magnetic material is called as retentivity. Clear? So at B point, the value of flux density is called as residual flux density. It is due to retentivity, nature of the magnetic material. Then this portion, O to B portion, it is called as loss. And that loss is called as hysteresis loss. So to minimize this loss, you again increase the current in the negative direction. In this magnetic material. If you increase the current in the negative direction, then the nature of the curve you get is like this. Let this point is C. At point C, at point C, you see that flux density is 0, but flux intensity has some value. Flux density is 0, but flux intensity has some value. And the property of the magnetic material which have a capability to produce the flux to reduce this loss, hysteresis loss, is called as coercivity of the magnetic material. Coercivity of the magnetic material. Okay. Now again, if you more in the negative direction, if you more increasing the current, then with increase in flux intensity, the flux density also increases in the negative direction. This is minus H. If you increase the current in the negative direction again, then the flux intensity increases and simultaneously flux density also increases, and after some time it saturates. We get a saturation. Okay. And if you decrease the current in the, let this point is D. If you decrease the current in the negative direction, then instead, as you know that flux density and intensity are directly proportional to each other, instead of getting this straight line, you get intensity becomes 0, but density is not 0. This is again due to the retentivity nature of the magnetic material. To decrease it or to make it 0, you again increase the current in the positive direction, and at that time you get the nature of the curve is like this. Let this point is D, E, F. So A, B, C, D, E, F, A, this total loop or the total path shows hysteresis loop. This hysteresis loop, it shows what is the magnetizing and demagnetizing effect of magnetic material when you increase the current. So what is the effect of increase or decrease of flux intensity in flux density? So students, so after completion of this topic, students, you have learned that magnetic flux intensity is directly proportional to magnetic flux density. Here, magnetic flux density depends upon magnetic flux intensity, and magnetic flux intensity depends upon current flowing through the magnetic material. What is retentivity? Retentivity is the presence of residual magnetism or residual flux in the magnetic circuit, even though you decrease the current or disconnect the supply to the magnetic material. It is one type of loss in the circuit. That loss is called as hysteresis loss. Then what is hysteresis? Hysteresis, it means hindering or lagging of magnetic flux density behind magnetic flux intensity. In whole of the nature of the curve, you see that magnetic flux density, it lags behind magnetic flux intensity. Okay. Then next, what is coercivity? Coercivity, it is the extra amount of force required to make this residual flux 0. It is the you may say that it is the property of a magnetic material to reduce or to make 0 residual flux present in the magnetic circuit. Thank you.